kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go here in London. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Nick snap on first. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts.
Let's go. Viking 18.
On second down, it's Nix. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Nix. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Adam Troutman. Touchdown, Broncos.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He runs with it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
That's caught. He is in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and They took it down from 6.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Back to 60, Go.
It's another run here for Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. And they will take their final timeout of this half. And of note, since they're out of timeouts, they cannot challenge for the remainder of this half. From the shotgun, here's Nix. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. He's going to air this one out. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love it.
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on second down. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Here's 3rd and 2.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
43. Yellow.
Here's Pacheco. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Pacheco.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down.
Holding.
Let's check
Offense.
on the call. Here's Nix to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He'll take a shot with Mims. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be third down.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up third and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, KC.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Play action here. Mahomes taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd and 7. To throw is Mahomes. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to London, England after this. Here's 3rd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Here's Mahomes. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cooper.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Nix. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go, set. Come back team. Ready?
Second down. Nix. Now he takes off. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. 18 Rockets. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
They send Sutton in motion. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
19, 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70.
Slot man in motion right. On second down, it's Nix. To the goal line and in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. The Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
Again, working deep downfield. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. And that is no good again. It'll be his second missed extra point of this afternoon. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. First and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 7 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To throw is Nix. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. Nick's gonna throw for it. He finds his man, Troutman. He's gonna have a Broncos first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And he's into the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. He'll work forward for a couple. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They go play action with Mahomes. he's caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Okay, ready? 60 by 6, 19 by trap 60.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now, a second down throw for Nix. Now a shot here, deep middle. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They send Sutton in motion. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 83 yards. Touchdown, Denver. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yellow. Present.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this.
Yellow.
Here's 1st and 10.
Present.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Has some room inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. A 1st down throw for Nick. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. They send him right out of the slot. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. Inside the 10. And he will dive into the end zone. 82 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. still even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down.
Yellow.
Now, Mahomes. Now he'll run. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Man in motion is Brown. A handoff to Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 23.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They send Sutton in motion. On first down, here's Nix to throw. This one to the tight end, Trotman. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Slot receiver, headed right. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
They send Sutton in motion. Second down, Nix. He connects with Mims.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They send Sutton in motion. Throwing is Nix. That is caught! And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Mix now on 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he's in. Adam Troutman. Touchdown, Denver. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He keeps it himself. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the 4th quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
A run with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. That's over the middle. And caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here is 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. second and goal.
Yellow.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping...
That's going to be caught. Not playing for the OT. They get the two-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for first and 10.
Let's go now. 19 right. Trap 60.
They send Sutton in motion.
Go.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll come up now for second down.
Here we go. Set. Mustang 19. Trap 60.
They send Sutton in motion. On second down, it's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win this one. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And the Broncos are going to move out in front.